All right, welcome back. Time now for Newstalk. We're joined by Logan Wright from the American Red Cross here in Wichita. We're talking about the heat. We just heard Halen's forecast.
Yes.
It's going to get really hot. We've been lucky the entire year. Until now, we're looking at triple-digit temperatures. That's something that you guys obviously want to help people stay cool as much as possible. What are some things maybe we can do today, Thursday, when it's a little bit cooler, to prepare for this heat?
So just like you would prepare for a storm, you can prepare for extreme heat. So drag that cooler out of the garage, hose it off, get it clean, put a couple of sports drinks in there and some water and maybe a couple of towels and things to put on your body to keep you cool if you have any of those sports towels or even just a regular towel, just to bring that temperature down so you can prepare in advance.
Exactly. And what are some things to look out for maybe with heat exhaustion? I know a lot of people are working outside. You've got some athletes, you got crazy people like Jake Dunn who are going to run in this heat when it's 100 degrees. But what can people like that, what should we look out for those exhaustion
Absolutely.
signs?
So make sure that you're not getting heat cramps. Those feel just like muscle cramps.
Right.
You can also feel a little bit dizzy or nauseous or sweating really excessively, like feeling like more than usual.
Yeah.
That could be your sign to get out of the heat, go to the shade. Usually we recommend a cup of water an hour, but if you're feeling these sort of effects, you might want to up it to a cup every 20 minutes and get a sports drink in there as well, because you're losing salt as well as water. And when it gets really serious, when you start getting really confused or you have a really rapid heart rate or you do vomit after being nauseous, those are 911 symptoms. You need to call an emergency right then to make sure that medical professionals are taking care of you.
Good advice there. And you talked about hydration a little bit there. That's something that I think people might forget. We drink the coffee in the morning, but maybe we forget about the water. Yeah, I'm one of the people.
Exactly.
You're pointing at me, that's accurate.
Yes.
How important is hydration though?
So important. Like I said, we recommend a cup of water an hour.
Okay.
So this is the time to get out the Stanley Cup.
Right.
Get out the big jug. Make sure that you're drinking on a schedule before and after you're doing these activities outside. And to check on people who might not have the capacity to kind of do that kind of measuring. Little kids, people with chronic health conditions, people on medication, or older people might need more water or more reminding to make sure that we're staying healthy and hydrated.
Yeah, and speaking of reminders, you guys have a website. I hear that there's some tools people can look at. How can people access that?
Absolutely. It's redcross.org/heatcheck. And that has all the things I listed, has all the recommended times to drink, people who might be at risk, and all of those symptoms for heat exhaustion and heat emergency. So you can double check those if you think something is happening. But as always, if you have an emergency, call 911.
Great advice as always. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Logan. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right, more news and weather coming up after the break. Stay with us.